Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome into another presentation of high school basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting. Tonight, we've got the girls' varsity teams coming out onto the court with the Kingsley Stags and the Elk Rapids Elks. We're live here from Elk Rapids, Michigan. Charles Strail having you here on a Tuesday night in northern Michigan, January 27th, midway mark through the high school girls' basketball season. The Stags come in with a 5-3 record. The Elk Rapids Elks with 6-4 so far on the season. One of these two teams looking to keep pace at the top of the the Northern Shores Conference standings, and whoever wins this one will be able to stay with the conference leader, the Harbor Springs Rams. So this is a big week for Elk Rapids girls varsity basketball, as tonight they'll be taking on Kingsley, and then Thursday night they'll be taking on Harbor Springs for potentially the go-ahead game in the conference. So if you're just now making us a part of your night, settle in. We should have a really good game in store for you here this afternoon or this evening, depending on where you're watching from, I suppose, whether it's evening or afternoon. January 27th, here we are almost to the month of February, which means high school basketball, as I said earlier, about halfway over. The boys have played 12, some teams even closer to 13 games. The Elk Rapids Lady Elks, this will be their 11th game of the season. They've also had a couple canceled due to inclement weather. So settle in and let us bring you this presentation of Elks and Stags here on Next Level Broadcasting. We're going to go ahead and send it down to our public address announcer tonight as we get ready for our national anthem and starting lineups coming up here on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned.
We ask you as parents, fans, and officials to join us in making this a positive experience for all involved. The privilege of this event is made possible by those who fought and those who continue to fight for the freedoms we enjoy. Let us now honor their efforts and show respect to our country by standing for the national anthem, sung tonight by Elk Rapids' own Leighton Smith.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the monsters sting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And an excellent job there by Elk Rapids alone. Elk Rapids, homegrown talent here, not only singing the national anthem, but hopefully for the Lady Elks here to come away with a victory over the Kingsley Stags tonight as we get ready to meet and greet our starters. First for Kingsley, it'll be number 2, Annie Strange. Number 4, Delaney Case. Number 10, Aislinn McKinley. And number 12, Adeline Town. And then the final starter for the Kingsley Stags tonight will be number 22, Emily Robinson. The Kingsley Stags tonight, coached by Matt Shellick. As we dim the lights, it's now time for the Elk Rapids starters. For Elk Rapids, it will be number 1, Brooke Flutie. Joining her in the backcourt tonight will be number 4, Anna Prey. After that, for the Elks, it will be number 5, Rylan Skrotsky. Let's see who's next. It'll be 22, Natasha Beebe, and then the last starter for the Elks will be 23, Julian Mozani. Head coach Mike Brown is the coach, and he will look to guide his Elk team here to a win and see if they can keep pace at the top of the Northern Shores Conference standings. So should be a good one here tonight. As I said earlier, settle in and let us bring you this basketball game. It should be a really good, high-quality girls conference matchup tonight between the Stags and the Elks. We've got a lot to talk about during tonight's broadcast, a lot more that we need to talk about the remaining week here on Next Level Broadcasting. We got a jam-packed schedule, including a doubleheader tomorrow, a doubleheader Thursday, and a doubleheader on Friday night as well. So, including tonight, we have 7 more games this week coming up on Next Level Broadcasting's family of networks. So, buckle up. It's a Tuesday in Northern Michigan. Where else would you want to be if you're not here? You're probably somewhere warm and enjoying this one. So we appreciate you making us a part of your Tuesday night. Here we go. This one first tapped out of bounds. It'll be Kingsley basketball to start. And here come the Stags with their first possession of the game. Oh, nice drive all the way to the basket. No good. That one's blocked by Skrotsky. And now the Elks will have it in the hands of Flutie. Passes it over near side, or far side, excuse me, to Anna Prey. Back to Flutie in the corner. Puts up the long triple attempt. No good. Rebounded by Kingsley. That's Aislinn McKinley bringing it down, the junior for the Kingsley Stags. The boys are playing in Kingsley here tonight as we've got a Tuesday night crossover. The boys head down to Kingsley. The girls come up to Elk Rapids. Offensive rebound for the Kingsley Stags. Nice pass down low, and there's almost the first made basket as Mozani hits the deck. But the Elks come away with the rebound. It's a slow-moving start to this game as Prey takes another three-pointer off the iron too strong, and it goes out of bounds harmlessly back to the Kingsley Stags. Almost a very eerily quiet crowd here right now as both teams just trying to settle into this game. The Stags go down low, up and in off the glass for the first field goal of the game. You can count that one for Adeline Town, and the Stags take a 2-0 lead. Elk Rapids with their third possession now down the floor. They've been 0 for 2 from 3 on their first 2 possessions in the game. They're going to swing this one near side to Skrotsky. She'll go over now to Flutie. And the Stag defense trying to settle into this 1-3-1 trapping zone defense. They force the turnover, and here comes Robinson. Up the floor it goes, and in. 4-0 lead for Kingsley on the bucket by Strang. And Annie Strange has it 4-0 in favor of the Stags. Elk Rapids has had a hard time so far. That's their second consecutive turnover. Here's Annie Strange driving in, blocked up top by Rylan Skrotsky. And Anna Prey trying to find an open teammate. And we've got a first foul here called on the floor. This will go against Kingsley. It'll be against McKinley. And that will be the first against McKinley, first against Kingsley. Checking in for the first time for the Elks is number 34, Allie Schlicker. She'll bring it down the floor against this press breaker, try to step through. kick it out to Flutie. That pass had some heat on it. This one's short off the rim. Rebound comes out to McKinley. Up the floor goes to Strange. Step through move and count it. And Strange scores another bucket. She's got 4 points now, and it's a 6-0 start. This zone defense has been giving Elk Rapids a little trouble. As this three-pointer no good by BB. Over now, transition triple, just short by McKinley. Anna Prey pushing tempo, finds Schlicker at half court. Back to Prey. Up top now to Flutie. Skip pass, down low it goes. That's Schlicker underneath, finds BB, inside it goes to Skrotsky, 8 feet away, and that's in. First Elk basket of the game goes in for Ryland Skrotsky. It's 6-2 in favor of the Stags. We've got Stags versus Elks. So I'll say I'm glad I didn't see any Stags or Elks on the road here tonight. Just nothing but snowflakes in northern Michigan. As the Stags work this one around the perimeter. Pull-up jump shot is good. You can book that one. Strang knocks in her 6th point of the game. And the Elks down by 6. 2-possession game in favor of Kingsley. Prey catches. Now up top to Flutie. Swung to the corner to BB. She'll take the deep 2. No good. Nice block out there underneath by Delaney Case, who has just checked in for the Stags. Here's Strang. Kicking it back out. Elbow. Go the Stags. And now they're going to set an empty side pick and roll. Teeing up the 3. Off the mark for Strang. And it is saved. And it will be Elk basketball here. We'll check the YouTube chat line here real quickly. So we are tuning in here tonight. If you're tuning in, let us know where you're watching from. Prey sends this one over to Skrotsky. She's going to take the three-pointer, no good, off the front of the rim. Prey has the rebound. Back out to BB. Skrotsky kicks it out to Flutie now. She'll look to drive against the Kingsley defense. Pull-up J by Skrotsky, no good. BB saves it back to Flutie. She splits 2 defenders, swings it over to Anna Prey, now in the near side short corner for BB, and she knocks it down. So BB and Skrotsky, the 2 players to score here so far for the Elks. Kingsley has doubled up Elk Rapids so far through 5 minutes in this opening period. Case trying to work against her defender. Elks going with man-to-man defense right now as they have all game long. Kingsley gets it to the elbow to Adeline Town. Now that's a three-pointer, no good by Case. However, Strang pulls down the offensive rebound, and the Stags will reset on a second chance possession, step through move, nearly a travel, but Case has it back. She's going to run a little dribble handoff action with Lainey Osborne, who's just checked into the game, and the Elks force a turnover. Anna Prey bringing the basketball down. Stags do a good job in transition defense, but Prey goes through them, rebounded by Case. Case pushes the tempo here. Now to Genevieve Massey. This shot no good. And let's see where the Elks want to go with this one. Schlicker catches down low, going to drop step, and we've got a foul called against, no foul, excuse me, just a jump ball. But the possession arrow keeps it right here on this side with Elk Rapids. We're waiting for a substitution as we've got a Elk Rapids player checking back in. That is Jillian Mozani. Flutie swings it over to Anna Prey. Pull-up jump shot by Flutie. This one's short, but Skrotsky's able to save it to the hands of Schlicker, and she puts it up no good, rolls off. Mozani, second chance reload for Skrotsky. Pull-up 3, no good, and now we're in a foot race, leading the transition break, scoring it quick shot there by Aislinn McKinley. And the Stags take a 2-possession lead, once again up by 6. And we've got a timeout taken here by head coach Mike Brown of the Elk Rapids Elks. He wants to draw something up and try to settle his troops down. So we're going to step aside, and we'll be back in 60 seconds. You're watching this presentation of high school girls varsity basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting.
While visiting beautiful northern Michigan, do not miss the opportunity to experience golf at Agaming Golf Resort. Just 10 miles north of the cozy waterfront village of Rapids, Agaming's Torch and the award-winning Sundance course offer breathtaking views of world-renowned Torch Lake. Set forth before you are the glistening emerald green fairways, sprawling white sand bunkers, and the wispy amber heather that seamlessly bind the holes to one another. It is an experience that you'll be sure to share with your friends back home. Make a tee time at Agaming.
Okay, welcome back into high school varsity basketball. The Elks have set something up out of this timeout. Inside out they go. Here's Beebe kicking it over to Prey. Had a foot on the line, so that's a deep 2. But Mozani's able to track it down, and the Elks turn it over. Stolen away there. And cruising in, missing the layup for the Stags. That's a tough luck miss for McKinley. And Beebe now pushing tempo back the other way for the Elks. Mozani kicks it to Prey. She drives baseline, swings it over to Beebe. Now once more to the corner to Prey, driving in, almost off of her shin, as Brooke Flutie is able to try and settle things down here on this possession for Elk Rapids. Inside to Skrotsky. Now to Prey on a flare screen, puts it up and too strong. Another offensive rebound. This is the second offensive rebound on this possession for Elk Rapids. Skrotsky's going to try the 3, and this one's off as well. So the Elks having a hard time finding the distance from deep so far in the game. However, they're down by just 6 points, so head coach Mike Brown would probably take that given their shooting percentage so far from the field, just being down by 2 scores in this game to a talented Kingsley team. Before the buzzer sounds, this one rattles in and out for Emily Robinson. So after 8 minutes of play, Kingsley 10, Elk Rapids 4. We'll step aside. Second quarter action coming up here on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll be back.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Hello, I'm Ryan Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
All right, here we are. Welcome back. High school basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting. We want to thank you for making us a part of your Tuesday night, wherever you're tuning in from. Second quarter now officially underway between the Stags and the Elks. Second quarter tonight brought to you by Professional Seamless Gutters and our friends at Orion Beningo and Company. Professional Seamless Gutters, keeping your home dry and that crawl space dry by keeping all of the rainwater, snow runoff, and everything else that comes off the side of your roof from getting into your foundation and causing must and mildew and buildup of all the different types of byproducts of water that you don't want to have. That's Professional Seamless Gutters for your pole barn or your home. Get Professional Seamless Gutters to come out and take care of those eaves just to make sure that you have all your bases covered. That's Professional Seamless Gutters. They want to help you, so give them a call. Check out for yourself online or on Facebook at Professional Seamless Gutters and tell them we sent you. And say, well, we heard about you. You always answer in your phone, and when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, that's exactly what they do. You can talk right to Orion. As a matter of fact, he'll come out, and he'll be the person you talk to. He'll be the person that installs those gutters, and he'll be the person that will answer your call as well. As coming out of this quarter break, we've got a foul called against the Elks. That one will go against BB, and that'll be the first foul against BB, first team foul against the Elks. Stepping to the free throw line for the Stags. And knocking down this free throw is Emily Robinson. Robinson waiting on the second of two, and she splits the pair. Coming back down the floor with it are the Elks in the hands of BB. It's 11-4. Kingsley with a 3-possession lead. Down low it goes to Skrotsky. She'll take the J from the baseline, and it's short. Rebounded by Robinson. Here come the Stags, pushing it with a little bit of tempo now as they're starting to feel themselves a little bit. They're up by 7 points after a good, successful first quarter of play, but this one goes through the hands and a turnover. Let's see what the Elks can get started here. They kind of need like a kickstart to get this offense operating like it usually does. Checking in for the first time is Emily Vandergriff. She'll pass this one over to BB, and BB has it nearly taken away. We've got a foul on the floor called against the Stags, and this will go against Emily Robinson. So that'll be Robinson's first against Kingsley. Mozani checks back in for Elk Rapids. As Anna Prey inbounds to Vandergriff. Stolen away. Strang has it. Up the floor it goes. McKinley unable to get that one to go in. And we've got a couple players diving on the floor for it. Mozani eventually scrapes it out of there. And here is Prey passing it down to Vandergriff. Swung over to Mozani. She drives in, kicks it back to Flutie. Flutie now with the elbow pull-up jump shot. Off the rim, no good. And we've got a held ball possession error. We'll keep it here with the Elks. Alternative possession, awarding the basketball to Elk Rapids. Want to remind everyone, coming up on our halftime show presented by Bingham Insurance, we'll be looking at the Northern Michigan Sports Report. All the games that we'll be covering here on Next Level Broadcasting and looking around the state of Michigan for some of the other sporting events going on this week. So stay tuned for that on the Bingham Insurance Halftime Show. As Strang puts it on the deck, kicks it back. Case lifts and fires and knocks it down. And Delaney Case gives the Stags a 10.2 score, or excuse me, a 10-point double-digit lead. And 10 points is the largest lead, and the Elk Rapids Elks having a hard time getting the engine started here offensively against this Kingsley defense. So Strang bringing it down, guarded by Skrotsky. A little elevator screen, trying to get the ball up top to Robinson into a horn set. Now a double screen, and that's going to free up an open shot for McKinley. However, it's Schlicker rebounding, now in the hands of Prey, bringing it down the floor. Kicks it over to Skrotsky. Down low it goes to Schlicker for the first time, and a nice soft touch with the left hand off the window and in. So that's the first time in recent memory that the Elks have gotten the ball down to Allie Schlicker, and she's been able to calmly and just quickly drop step finish. Strang with a little hesitation move, gets to the baseline, shut off by Skrotsky. Up top it goes. There's a 3-ball up and splash down for the Stags. Their second made three-pointer. Credit to Emily Robinson. Largest lead of the game now as it grows to 11. Stags have made 2 threes. Elks still haven't found it from deep as we're approaching the halfway mark of this second quarter. This game moving very quickly here this evening. We've only had 2 fouls called here in this second quarter, and we've only had 2 free throws attempted all game long. So a very clean game so far. Not a lot of fouls being called and not a lot of stoppages of play either. Prey inbounding to Skrotsky. Now it goes to Mozani. She's going to drive inside, finds Beebe. Prey from the corner, puts it up, short. Mozani tracks down the rebound, and now it's swung back over to Beebe. The long 2 is in. And that's a much-needed hoop for the Elks as Beebe knocks it down. Her 4th point of the game. Elks don't get back in transition defense, and the Stags are firing at all cylinders right now as Lainey Osborne knocks down another 3-pointer. And the Stags lead now up to 12. Here's a turnover. Strang intercepts it. She's going to drive in against Skrotsky, trying to find an open teammate. Baseline jump shot for Case is no good. A held ball possession arrow keeps it here with the Stags, though. And Kingsley has really found their offensive rhythm here so far in this quarter. They've made 3 3-pointers in this second period alone. Here's Strang looking for a teammate, and we've got a 5-second call against the Stags. Turnover, and Elk Rapids will get it back. Inbounded now into the hands of Prey. Elks looking to cut into this 12-point lead. Mozani tees up the 3. Too strong over the backboard, and it's rebounded there by Strang. Ball coming down the floor. Kingsley has been hot from outside here in this second quarter. Strang, a little head and shoulder fake, drives in, gets to the paint, step through a move, off the backboard, no good. And Skrotsky clears the rebound for Elk Rapids. Ozani swings it over on the far side of the floor to Isla Bryan. And this one's rebounded by Kingsley. And pulling this one back out, waiting for the troops to gather is Adeline Town. Now finding Annie Strang. Kingsley so far playing good disciplined offense. Down low it goes as they're trying to get that ball kicked out on an inside-out post touch, but it's turned over. Checking in for Kingsley is number 30, Madison Robinson. She will replace Adeline Town as the Elks trying to get this one going. Baseball pass all the way down the floor, and Skrotsky showed off of that pitching arm there, but a little too much mustard on that one, and it was over the head of the intended target, so it's turned over back to Kingsley. Just over 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter of play. It's been a quiet game so far here from Elk Rapids, but a lot of that's because the Kingsley offense has silenced this home crowd advantage that Elk Rapids usually has, as this one's off the backboard, no good. Anna Prey has the rebound. And Anna swings it to Skrotsky. Down low it goes to Schlicker, and she's able to score. Nice ball movement. Allie Schlicker scores it, assist to Skrotsky, and it's back to a 10-point game. Schlicker with 4 points in the quarter. Rebounded underneath by Beebe. Nearly tapped away from behind. Skipped over in the far side to Prey, and that's just kind of the story of the night for Elk Rapids. A good idea. Pass was okay, and it just ricochets off the hands and off the foot and out of bounds. Sometimes you have nights like that. Let's see if the Elks can fight through it and come back against this adversity that they're having right now. Here's Strang driving in against the Elk defense. That was Flutie guarding Strang, who's checked now back into the game. Here's Robinson going baseline, shut off there. Now it's Madison Robinson up top. Corner jump shot, and this one's off the mark for Delaney Case. And Beebe has the rebound for Elk Rapids. Corner now. Three-pointer in transition, but Schlicker's got the offensive rebound, and we've got a foul called on the floor against Kingsley. This will be their second team foul. And that's on Delaney Case, and for Case, that is her second. Excuse me, that's only her first foul. We've got 40 seconds left to play in this first half. As the Elks get it inbounded, Brooke Flutie swings it now to Beebe, down low to Schlicker. Catches, turns, kicks out, and she's whistled for 3 seconds in the key. So the Elks having another turnover problem here so far in this first half of play. Let's see if they can get one more defensive stop or if Kingsley's going to take a potential 12 or 13-point lead into the halftime locker room. Little backdoor cut. Case scores. Nice play there by Kingsley to go up by a dozen. Nicely executed ball screen action as Flutie swings one out. Three-pointer up. No good there. That one was attempted by Isla Bryan. Corner kick to Case. 5 seconds left to play in the quarter. Here's Robinson with a jab step. Robinson puts it up, and it's no good. Just short of drawn iron. And after 2 quarters of play, Elk Rapids 10, Kingsley 22. We're going to go ahead and step aside. When we come back, we'll have the Bingham Insurance halftime show coming up here on Next Level Broadcasting. We'll also be featuring the Michigan Sports Report, in which we break down all of the different sports things happening in and throughout the state involving the state of Michigan and teams, whether it's high school, college, or professional this week in Michigan sports. So stay tuned. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're watching high school basketball here on Next Level Broadcasting.
While visiting beautiful northern Michigan, do not miss the opportunity to experience golf at Agaming Golf Resort. Just 10 miles north of the cozy waterfront village of Elk Rapids, Agaming's Torch and the award-winning Sundance course offer breathtaking views of world-renowned Torch Lake. Set forth before you are the glistening emerald green fairways, sprawling white sand bunkers, and the wispy amber heather that seamlessly bind the holes to one another. It is an experience that you will be sure to share with your friends back home. Make a tee time at Agaming Golf Resort today. It won't be your last.
Hello, I'm Orion Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Right back. Always gonna pull it. Got it. And has it left block. Slams it home.
The Glen Lake student section, they're pumped up.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Okay, welcome in to the Bingham Insurance Halftime Show here on Next Level Broadcasting. At half, Elks down by 12, 22-10 against the Kingsley Stags. This game is pretty important in their overall conference standings here going into the Northern Shores Conference. These two teams both trying to keep pace with Harbor Springs. The Harbor Springs Rams are undefeated in conference play, and they have a 10-1 record. The Rams do, that is, and these two teams trying to stay in striking distance with an open opportunity to come home with a conference title here in the 2025 and 2026 season. As we welcome you into the Bingham Insurance Halftime Show here on Next Level Broadcasting. Charles Trail here on a Tuesday night. And whether you're tuning in from Northern Michigan or tuning in elsewhere, maybe somewhere warmer, and don't fault you if you are, we want to say thanks for making us a part of your Tuesday evening. And it's time for the Michigan Sports Report. So tonight we'll be checking in right now live on 2 college basketball games going on of significance in the state. Right now at halftime, the Michigan State Spartans trailing to the Rutgers Scarlet Knights 37-28 at halftime. That game's over on Fox Sports 1. Also another top 5 matchup between Big Ten teams. Nebraska 36, Michigan 27. That's got about 7 minutes remaining in the first half of play. So our two collegiate teams both trailing at halftime here from the Mitten State. And if you're an Elk Rapids girls varsity fan, you're down by 12 points. You have not played well, the Elks have, but you do need to give a tremendous amount of credit to the Kingsley Stag defense. They've taken Elk Rapids completely out of their rhythm. Elk Rapids looks like they're just not comfortable, whether it's forcing shots, taking shots a little bit too early, whether out of rhythm, and then also the turnovers hurting Elk Rapids, allowing Kingsley to get out in transition and get some early and easy and high efficiency shots at the basket. That second story, or the second quarter, however, headlined by the Kingsley Stags' proficiency from shooting from deep. They made 3 3-pointers in that second quarter alone, did the Kingsley Stags. So they were really active and got it going from deep in that second quarter, which allowed them to build this lead that they have right now as it rests at 12 midway through the game. So while we have you here, let's also talk about what we've got coming up on Next Level Broadcasting the rest of this week. Tomorrow night, we've got another Antrim County doubleheader featuring Elk Rapids taking on the Charlevoix Raiders. And then the other game tomorrow night coming from the Ski Valley Conference over in Mansalona. Mansalona versus Elk Rapids. That'll be a big one, as will the Elks here, the boy Elks, taking on the Charlevoix Raiders. So mark your calendar. That's going to be an excellent game as well, because both these teams, I should say both the teams playing tomorrow night, Elk Rapids, Charlevoix, there's a lot of rivalry there. And then East Jordan and Mansalona, the two teams atop the Ski Valley, each with a combination between the two of them of only 2 losses. So got some good basketball tomorrow night, Wednesday, January 28th. And then the 29th, we'll be right back here with 1 or 2 games. Elk Rapids girls taking on the Harbor Springs Rams. That'll be another pivotal game for the Elks' hopes to have another conference title coming back here to Elk Rapids. The other game Thursday night, Gaylord St. Mary versus the Pellston Hornets. The top 5 ranked Gaylord St. Mary Snowbirds, they boast a 11-1 record, actually a 10-1 record, excuse me. And they'll be taking on the Pellston Hornets in a Ski Valley Conference battle. Gaylord St. Mary sits atop the Ski Valley alone, as they have not lost a conference game. And that game will be Thursday. Friday night, another doubleheader coming up and coming at you. We'll have the Charlevoix Raiders taking on the Kingsley Stags. That'll be a boys varsity game. And then we'll also have Mansalona home versus the Gaylord St. Mary boys. So that'll be a fun one as well. So a lot more basketball coming up here this week on Next Level Broadcasting's coverage of high school basketball. So with that being said, we'll step aside one more time. And when we come back, we'll have our outlook for the second half between the Elks and the Stags here on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Hello, I'm Orion Beningo, but you might know me for my business, Professional Seamless Gutters, where we specialize in, you guessed it, everything gutters. New installation, replacements, cleaning, leaf guards, rain chains, and much more. But unlike many service providers, when you call Professional Seamless Gutters, you get me, Orion, not some bum intern or call center recording. So when you're contemplating any services regarding the gutters on your home or pole barn, think Professional Seamless Gutters.
Right back. Always going to pull it. Got it. Condon has it. Left block. Slams it home.
The Glen Lake student section, they're pumped up. And welcome back. About ready to get the second half started here between the Elks and the Stags. Kingsley with a 12-point lead over the Elk Rapids Elks after 16 minutes of play. It'll be an interesting second half as we anticipate Elk Rapids really trying to pick up the tempo and see if they can jumpstart their offense, which has not come alive here so far tonight. Only 10 points scored through 2 quarters of play. Can Elk Rapids defense pick up their offense until their rhythm can start to feel like they're in a good flow state? We'll find out as we now throw the third quarter up on the board. We'll put 8 minutes on the clock, and the third quarter about to commence here tonight. Third quarter tonight brought to you by Agaming Golf Resort. The Agaming Golf Resort wants you to know that they're the premier golf resort here in Antrim County and one of the best in northern Michigan. Start booking those tee times for early spring and summer. And if you're looking for that perfect maybe bachelor party, Agaming wants to help you because they also own a couple other courses, including the Charlevoix Country Club and Antrim Dells, all under the same ownership there. So if you want to have a 3-day getaway for your bachelor party, talk to the friendly and kind folks at Agaming Golf Resort. As here comes Robinson down the floor, we've got a foul called against the Elks, and that'll be the first foul called against Elk Rapids. Inbounded. Kingsley trying to keep this one at a double-digit lead. It's a 12-point advantage as we begin play here in the third quarter. Charles Strail here with Next Level Broadcasting tonight, bringing you a little girls varsity action as the Elks get their stop on defense that they need. Now let's see what this offense looks like as the Elks spent about 7 of the 10 halftime minutes in the locker room. Let's see what they drew up and see how they can execute coming out of halftime. Brooke Flutie drops a pass and stolen away by Strain. And we've got a Strain getting to the paint, kicks it out, three-pointer up, a little too strong there by McKinley. And this one comes out, and Schlicker has the rebound, rips it away from the Stags. So the Elks forcing a couple of stops here early. Driving in, that's Skrotsky, count it. and a foul. Rylan Skrotsky shows some signs of life here for the Elk offense, and she'll go to the free throw line looking to complete the three-point play. That's the first foul against the Stags. Skrotsky's free throw's no good. And it's McKinley who has the rebound, tracks it down for Kingsley. Pass all the way up the floor to Robinson. She's going to spin, corkscrewing her way inside to the rim and unable to finish on the left-handed layup. Elk Rapids starting out with 3 defensive possessions, 3 defensive stops, but they've only cut into the lead by 2 points. There's a nice backdoor give and go, and Anna Prey scores. Assist to Schlicker. Strang looking for a teammate. Finds an open Adeline Town. Down low it goes to Case. Case trying to set up Kingsley's offense here. They have not scored on their first 3 offensive possessions, as Strang made it look like she took a shot to the face. And there's a 3-ball up and in for Aislinn McKinley. The 4th made 3-pointer of the game for the Stags. And they are shooting it well so far as McKinley gets another takeaway. McKinley one-on-one versus Anna Prey, no good, but Case able to track it down, blocked by Skrotsky and rebounded by Schlicker. Schlicker passes over to Flutie. Flutie splits 2 defenders, swings it over to Prey. Corner jump shot is short. Rebounded by Schlicker, and she's trying to save it, but it's stolen away here by Strang. And Strang is coming down with a head of steam. Still has it, swings it out. Robinson, open look. Off the mark. Offensive rebound to Town. One more. McKinley hoists, and it's off the mark. And now it'll be off Kingsley, Elk Rapids basketball. Checking in for Elk Rapids will be Mozani. So Jillian Mozani replaces Schlicker. 3-pointer around and out, but the offensive putback by Mozani is no good, but she's fouled and will go to the free throw line. That'll be the 2nd Stag foul. Foul is called against Delaney Case. That's her 3rd personal foul. As the gym goes eerily quiet once again. I mean, really quiet, as Mozani's first free throw is no good off the back of the rim. Genevieve Massey coming in for Kingsley. Second at 2 4. The Elks is good, as Mozani is able to split the pair, go 1 for 2 at the line. Elks 1 for 3 on field goals so far in this quarter. Stolen away, though, by Mozani. Prey almost turns it over. McKinley got right in her grill, as we've got a foul called against the Stags. A good job there by Beebe to attack the basket. Drew some contact and drew the foul, and drew the 3rd Kingsley foul of this quarter. Foul is called against Genevieve Massey. All right, let's see what the Kingsley Stags have here on defense. Elks swing this one to Beebe, wide open. Can't finish in, rebound by Strang. It's a 25-15 lead. Kingsley led by 12 at halftime. And this is Town driving in. Robinson catches on the baseline. Goes back inside to Adeline Town and stolen away, or we'll have a jump ball. Looks like possession is kept. And timeout taken here by Matt Shellick, head coach for the Kingsley Stags, just wanting to try and set some things up here for his team, as they've got a 10-point lead, looking to preserve that with 3 minutes and 36 seconds left in this 3rd quarter of play. As I said earlier, this game moving very fast, but we want to slow down and let you know that if you have an opportunity to thank some of our fine sponsors that have been a part of our broadcasts all season long, please do so. Or give them a call and see how they can help you and assist you in some of the services that they offer. We want to thank Professional Seamless Gutters. We also want to thank Bingham Insurance Company. And last but not least, Agaming Golf Resort for making us able, or bringing us and allowing us to be here so you don't necessarily have to be. So without them, there would be no us. So we want to thank Professional Seamless Gutters, Bingham Insurance, and Agaming Golf Resort here for making this game possible, for happening tonight, and for us to be here. This is Annie Strang looking to inbound for the Kingsley Stags. They find McKinley. This shot's no good, but tapped away, down to Town, back to McKinley. She drives in, left-handed scoop shot. She's fouled and will go to the free throw line, shooting 2. So that will send Aislinn McKinley to the free throw line. And McKinley, I mean, even the away team, Kingsley, when they're shooting free throws, this gym gets as quiet as can be. I mean, I think if you sneezed right now, people would know it was you. This free throw's up, no good. Rebounded by the Elks. Flutie with the baseline jump shot is in. So the Elks have cut this one down to a single-digit deficit, 8 points, 3-possession lead for Kingsley as Town catches at the high elbow area. Now dribble hands off to Massey. McKinley has it stolen away by Flutie. 3-on-1 break for the Elks. They go over to Prey. Prey with the left-handed layup is good. Now it's cut down to just a 6-point lead. Elk Rapids 19, Kingsley 25. 2:40 left to play here in this third quarter between these two conference rivals, both with winning records here tonight, as Genevieve Massey is able to track that one down in the backcourt. No backcourt violation as it was touched by an Elk Rapids defender. Robinson shut off, and it's stolen by Skrotsky. This is a advantage for the Elks, and excellent hands by Massey to get back and not let that pass get through. The Elks had a numbers advantage, but Massey, they're playing good fundamental defense, allowing the Stags to really not give up a basket when they were at a disadvantage numbers-wise. Inbound to Flutie in the corner. Drives in, kicks it. Mozani back to Flutie, now over to Beebe. One more to Skrotsky in the corner for the 3-ball. You betcha. How about that? The Elks have scored 7 straight points, and now it's just a 3-point game. And we've got a ball game, ladies and gentlemen, as a backdoor cut goes down low to Case. She's fouled. And that will be the Elks' 3rd team foul. Each team with 3 team fouls so far. Delaney Case at the free throw line misses the first of 2. Free throws have been a hard thing to come by for both of these teams so far in this game. And Delaney Case getting ready for the second of 2 free throws, and this one is nothing but nylon. Back to a 4-point, 2-possession lead, and that cuts that 7-0 scoring streak for the Elk Rapids Elks as Beebe kicks it over to Flutie, and this one's turned over. Kingsley up by 4. They had a 12-point lead at halftime, 22-10. But the Elk Rapids offense has woken up here in this third quarter of play. Little dribble handoff up top. Strang kicks it back to Case. Case sets, fires short, and it'll be Elk Rapids basketball. And it looks like McKinley is favoring her left hamstring a little bit, so she's going to try and walk it off, and she'll be replaced. Coming in for the Stags is Lainey Osborne. Hopefully that McKinley is okay. It looked like a non-contact injury, so she's going to get some attention over there as we've got a lot of contact. And Rylan Skrotsky was asking why there was no foul called there, as the refs elect to let them play on. As Flutie sends this one down the floor to Schlicker, and it's saved but off of the fingertips of Brooke Flutie. So it'll go back over to the Stags. 1 minute and 6 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Strang with it up top. Little action up top to Lainey Osborne. Now near side it comes to Massey. And it's off the foot of Massey. Good defense by Skrotsky. Elks trying to get one more defensive stand, and this one goes out of bounds, deflected off of an Elk, so it'll stay with the Stags. Here's Annie Strang, guarded by Brooke Flutie. This has been a good matchup to watch all night long, as Strang picks up her dribble, finds Osborne in the corner. Osborne has it stolen by Schlicker. Elks with 25 seconds left to go can potentially take the last shot of this quarter. Skip pass. Down low it goes to Schlicker. Turnaround jump, and it's a foul. Yeah, the turnaround drop step move by Allie Schlicker is really tough to stop and hard to guard against. And anytime she's able to catch and take one step toward the basket, you either have to foul her or she's going to make it. And she makes the first free throw. Back to a 3-possession game. We've got one player at the scorer's table. That's Jillian Mazzani, waiting to check in for the shooter. As Schlicker makes both, and Mazzani checks in. 2 for 2 at the line for Allie Schlicker. And here's the inbound pass to Osborne. Osborne working it up the floor, stolen by Mazzani. 10 seconds remaining. Elks in transition. Pull-up jump shot is good by Brooke Flutie. And don't look now, but we are tied at 26. Intercepted by Prey, and the Elks storm back, erase a 12-point halftime deficit, and we're tied at 26 apiece as we enter the fourth quarter of play here between the Stags and the Elks here on Next Level Broadcasting. Don't go anywhere. We've got a really good one brewing between these two conference opponents, looking to keep pace with the conference leader, Harbor Springs Rams. We'll be back in 1 minute after these messages.
While visiting beautiful northern Michigan, do not miss the opportunity to experience golf at Agaming Golf Resort. Just 10 miles north of the cozy waterfront village of Elk Rapids, Agaming's Torch and the award-winning Sundance course offer breathtaking views of world-renowned Torch Lake. Set forth before you are the glistening emerald green fairways, sprawling white sand bunkers, and the wispy amber heather that seamlessly bind the holes to one another. It is an experience that you will be sure to share with your friends back home. Make a tee time at Agaming Golf Resort today. It won't be your last.
Right back. Always gonna pull it. Got it. And has it left block. Slams it home.
Okay, welcome back. Officially the fourth quarter. We're tied up at 26 apiece between Stags and Elks. And we should have one heck of a race to the finish line here tonight between these two teams. It'll be Annie Strang to inbound for the Kingsley Stags here on the sideline. It was 22-10 at halftime. So if my math serves me correct, which sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, the Elks outscored the Stags 16-4 in that third quarter of play, as we've got a foul called on the floor against the Elks. That'll be their first team foul of this quarter. Strang looking to inbound, and she finally does fire it into an open teammate. That is McKinley. She's going to fire the three-pointer and knocks it down. Nothing but net for Aislinn McKinley, and the Stags take a three-point lead. Swung over, stolen on the skip pass attempt. Bringing it down is Emily Robinson. Kicks it out to Case. Three ball up and in. 6 straight points coming off of made three-pointers for the Kingsley Stags to begin this fourth quarter, and they are red hot. We've got a timeout taken here by Elk Rapids. Head coach Mike Brown wants to figure out why this defense is giving up so many open looks, and credit Kingsley for finding the open shooter, getting the Elks in rotation defensively, and then finding the hot hand as well. So you got to give credit where credit is due, and the Stags have been knocking down the shots when they've needed to knock them down here tonight. Specifically, the two shooters of Aislinn McKinley and Delaney Case. They have been scorching hot from the three-point line here tonight for the Kingsley Stags, and a big reason why they have a 6-point lead into the fourth quarter and why they have an opportunity here tonight of potentially tying the Elks in the conference standings and even getting a little bit closer to the Harbor Springs Rams in the Northern Shores Conference. Well, let's see what the Elks have drawn up coming out of the timeout. Head coach Mike Brown taking a 30-second timeout variety just to try to settle his troops down. As you see the Elks squad coming back out onto the floor. It'll be sideline out of bounds. And Rylan Skrotsky to inbound. She finds Anna Prey. Back to Skrotsky into the corner. Goes to Beebe. Down low to Schlicker. Back to Skrotsky. One more now to Flutie. Wide open from three. Too strong. And the rebound pulled down and controlled by Adeline Town for the Kingsley Stags. And they quickly push the ball back up on offense. Strang, the trailer, tees it up and buries the triple. Woo! The Stags are stampeding right now from beyond the long line. That's their third made three-pointer in the fourth quarter. 9 points coming from deep. Here's a turnover. Robinson, 1-on-2. Euro step, up and in. No good. As Skrotsky boards, it's a 5-on-4 advantage for Elk Rapids should they choose to push. Flutie sets her feet, fires off the mark. Rebound comes out to Skrotsky. She's fouled, hits the deck, and will go to the free throw line after this foul is called on Kingsley. So an action-packed fourth quarter. It's a 9-0 run for the Kingsley Stags. All those 9 points coming from made three-pointers. So if the Elks have any shot of getting back in this game, they will need to do a better job defending the three-point line. First free throw rattles in and out for Skrotsky. The home crowd here trying to implore this Elks team to find one more push, a little more gas left in the tank. It was tied at 26 entering this final fourth quarter. And Kingsley has come out with a gut punch here with 9 points off of 3 made three-point attempts. Flutie skips it over to Beebe. Pull-up Jay's blocked and swatted out of bounds, but we do have a foul called against Adeline Town. And that will send Beebe to the free throw line. First time that Natasha Beebe has been at the charity stripe tonight. Looking to go looking to get the Elks back to 500 at the line in this fourth quarter. And that one's short off the front of the rim. Free throws have been a problem tonight for Elk Rapids. And Mozani will check back in, replacing Allie Schlicker. And the second of two coming for Beebe. Rattles in, and the Elks have their first points of the fourth quarter, down by 8 after this beginning fourth quarter onslaught by the Kingsley offense. Robinson brings it across, drops a pass down low to Town, who whips it to Case. She's going to take one dribble, pull it up, too strong off the rim. And here comes Anna Prey with it for the Elks, down by 8. Quickly it goes inside. Prey is fouled. And it'll be Anna Prey to inbound. And that is the third team foul of the quarter for the Kingsley Stags. And more importantly, Delaney Case has just picked up her 4th personal foul. So she will likely head and take a seat on the bench for a couple of minutes. She's had the hot hand, so the Stags will definitely try to get her back in the game as Mozani's no good off the backboard. But she gets the steal. Mozani does. One-on-one break. Cruising in. Can't make the layup. Got it back. And she was the first to touch the basketball as she had come out of bounds, or come from out of bounds to touch the basketball. So it's Stag basketball here. 5:20 left to go in this final quarter. Robinson drops it down low to Town. She's fouled by Mozani. And Adeline Town will go to the free throw line. That'll be the second team foul against Elk Rapids. And for Mozani, that'll be her 3rd personal foul as Town makes the first of 2. Kingsley lead goes back to 9. And this one no good. Rebound. Held ball, possession arrow in favor of the Elks. So 1 for 2 at the free throw line for Adeline Town. Elk Rapids down by 9, trying to come back here tonight. Big game for the Elks on Thursday as well against the Harbor Springs Rams, the conference leader. As it's tapped away, Strang has it on the deflection. Kingsley now to Town, but stolen away by Beebe. Over now to Skrodsky as the Elks nearly avoid a backcourt violation. Down low, tap pass to Schlicker, but it's broken up. Emily Robinson with it for Kingsley. Kicks it back to Town. And there's the shooter for the fourth quarter, and this one rattles in and out for Aislinn McKinley. Nearly halfway down and popped out. Now to Flutie. She's going to fire. Has it blocked by McKinley. And Robinson has the rebound. She'll bring it down the floor for the Stags. Wide open shooter, Strang. This one's off the mark. Elks are dodging bullets here by this Kingsley offense. But the Elks doing a good job of still rebounding the basketball, keeping them in the game, keeping them with opportunities to make a comeback. Head coach Mike Brown's going to take one more timeout. This one's a full timeout. We'll step aside with them, and when we come back, the final 4 minutes and 3 seconds between the Stags and the Elks here on Next Level Broadcasting. Stay tuned. We'll be back.
While visiting beautiful northern Michigan, do not miss the opportunity to experience golf at Agaming Golf Resort. Just 10 miles north of the cozy waterfront village of Elk Rapids, Agaming's Torch and the award-winning Sundance course offer breathtaking views of world-renowned Torch Lake. Set forth before you are the glistening emerald green fairways, sprawling white sand bunkers, and the wispy amber heather that seamlessly bind the holes to one another. It is an experience that you'll be sure to share with your friends back home. Make a tee time at Agaming Golf Resort today. It won't be your last.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, hosting in-laws.
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
And of course, filing an insurance claim. But luckily, Auto Owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe, without any hassle. That's simple human sense.
Ask Bingham Insurance Services in Charlevoix if auto owners make sense for you.
Okay, welcome back to high school basketball. Stags with a 9-point lead over the Elk Rapids Elks, as the Elks are trying to mount a comeback here with under 4 minutes remaining in this final quarter. As Prey puts up the shot, no good, and it's rebounded down low by Robinson. McKinley whips it down to Case, who's back playing with 4 fouls in the game. That is Delaney Case for the Kingsley Stags, one of their leading scorers here tonight. McKinley gets to the painted area. And right now, it looks like Kingsley's trying to run a little time off the clock, judging by this dribble weave offense they're deploying right now. Inside to the elbow, caught by Robinson. Here's Strang, dribbling near side. Comes back. Now in the hands of Case. Little dribble screen action. Replace for Kingsley. Doing a good job of drawing some time off the clock, but it's stolen away by the Elks into the hands of Natasha Beebe. She finds Brooke Flutie. She puts up the 3 ball, and this is no good. Man, that is just the epitome of the night for the Elks. Getting a good look and unable to knock down an open shot as Flutie takes the foul. That'll be the team's 3rd. Let's see how the Stags want to play this one. Strang drives in, dishes out to Case, had an open look, but turns it down in lieu of running more time off of the clock. It's a good-looking stall for Kingsley right now, up by 9 points. Oh, that's beautiful. A great pass down low to McKinley. Kingsley just saying, hey, we're going to run clock, and if we get a layup, we're going to take it. But we've got a timeout here taken by the Elks with 2 minutes and 9 seconds left to play. The Stags kind of lulling the Elks to sleep there on that most recent defensive possession with the dribble weave action up top. And then they got a backdoor cut, and it was Aislinn McKinley who was able to score near the rim. First time she's really had to shoot close to the rim so far in this second half. Before then, all of her damage has been coming from 3-point range. I mean, she's been shooting it with confidence, and anytime that she's been left open, she's been letting it fly. And that's a big reason why the Stags have a 9-point lead here right now, is the fact that they've knocked down 7 3-pointers in the game. So 21 of their 38 points coming from deep distance for the Kingsley Stags. And that's also why they've been able to set their defense and then force the Elks into some turnovers so far. Let's see if the Elks have one more answer left in them. They're down by 9. Actually, they're down by 11. Inside to Schlicker, has it blocked by Case. Case with 4 fouls going up to contest that shot. And this one goes out of bounds. They'll stay here in possession of Elk Rapids. And a Prey to inbound. Over now to Prey up top, down low to Schlicker. Schlicker puts it on the deck and coughs it up. It's stolen away by the Stags. Here's Robinson finding an open teammate to Annie Strang. Kicks it over, back in the corner now. High post it goes to Robinson. Clearing some space up top. Strang guarded very closely by Vandergriff. And we've got a foul called against the Elks. This will be their 4th team foul. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a non-shooting foul called against Elk Rapids. And we've got a quick pass to Strang. Double teamed. Swings it down low. The Stags get it to Robinson. Backdoor cut to McKinley. And McKinley can't finish that one off the glass. Rylan Skrotsky comes down And looks like she's hobbling a little bit on that left foot as Mozani has it stolen away from behind. Annie Strang has it one-on-one versus Skrotsky, and it's blocked by Rylan Skrotsky going in for the contact, or looking to play through the contact, was Strang. However, Skrotsky was there and anticipated that well, got the block. It'll keep it here with the Stags. However, you know, this Kingsley lead, 11 points. It'll be tough for the Elks to mount this comeback with 51 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Likely going to really try to have to extend those defensive possessions. 49 seconds left to go. Inbounded to McKinley. Newly into the game for Kingsley is number 32, Lily Wagner. Getting some time here in the fourth quarter. Kingsley up by 11. For Kingsley, if they're able to hold on here, that would make them 6-3. And if Elk Rapids loses this one, that would make them 6-5. As Annie Strang goes to the free throw line, misses the first. This Kingsley team, if you're wondering, some of the girls on this varsity basketball team also played on the state championship winning volleyball team for Kingsley. And the second shot no good, waved off by a lane violation. So the Elks dodged 2 bullets at the free throw line. It's still an 11-point game. So far, the fourth quarter has not been kind to Elk Rapids. The Lady Elks have only scored 1 point. It was tied 26-26 as we began the fourth quarter here. And it's been all Kingsley as Natasha Beebe knocks down the baseline 15-foot jump shot. Stolen. Vandergriff intercepts, drops it down low. Beebe's fouled, count it. And Natasha Beebe going to the free throw line. Don't look now, this game is not yet over. It's a 7-point, 3-possession game, but Beebe can make it a 2-possession game if she's knocking down this free throw here. Looking to make it a 6-point advantage for Kingsley. We've got 13 seconds remaining. And that's been the story of the night, but Schlicker gets it back, can't finish, got it back again, has it tapped away, and McKinley has it. Annie Strang into the front court, and that's how this one will go down into the record book. Kingsley comes away with a 7-point victory over Elk Rapids here. The Stags improve to 6-3. Elks fall to 6-5. Coming up Thursday night, we'll be right back here for Elk Rapids girls taking on the Harbor Springs Lady Rams. And tomorrow night, the Elk Rapids boys will be taking on the Charlevoix Raiders in boys varsity action right here in Elk Rapids. You can catch that one on nextlevelbroadcasting.net. For all of our sponsors tonight, we want to give one more heartfelt thank you to Professional Seamless Gutters, Agaming Golf Resort, and to Bingham Insurance Services, an auto owner's representative of Charlevoix. For myself, Charles Strail, our executive producer tonight, Jessica Alcorn, we say thank you for tuning in and good night from Elk Rapids. We'll see you tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen.